one of the newer things we've been doing at our meetings is a tech tip. And so this is kind of cheating because I like to talk about things involved with the website and the setup. But a lot of times when I'm trying to introduce people, I'll be trying to teach them the basics of WordPress and sell them on the idea that they can learn this skill and take it to their club. So timer, by the way, this is supposed to be 3 to 5 minutes, so don't let me ramble on. But I wanted to show a couple of productivity tools that are built into the website. So software is supposed to make us more productive. It doesn't always, of course. But for example, I can look at next week's meeting and I can see that there's an open role. And actually, I had this role. I was going to be Toastmaster of the day, except I didn't want to do it 2 weeks in a row. So I took myself off of this one. Now, of course, I could click here to take that role. Or if I've emailed with somebody or talked with them on the phone and I know that they are available to take the role, I could plug them in on the agenda. But one other thing that I don't think is used enough, if I can get the website to reload a little bit after that, because I'm not going to just assign somebody to the role, but I want to send them a nomination. I want to say, you'd be really great doing this, or you haven't done this in a while. And so this gives me a little space where I can say, you should be our Toastmaster of the day next week. And when I look down here, I can search through, I can just browse through the list, or if I have somebody in mind, see if I can spell Lacing, which I may not be able to. Lacing last did it, oh, not that long ago, apparently. No, that's 2021. All right. So I'm going to send Lacing a note that she ought to be Toastmaster of the day next week if she's available. And part of the point of doing it this way is I can also send out a message to the whole club saying, here are the openings we have. But if I can send somebody a note that says, you'd be really great for this, or I see you haven't spoken in a while, you ought to take the speaking role, that's one way of helping to fill the agenda. One other tool that I actually haven't used in a while is built into the website. There is this sign-up sheet. Now, this is meant to be printed out on paper and taken to a meeting. I used to do this every week at my brick and mortar club. And then I would come back with the people who had written in their names, and I would enter them in on the website. The tool I use to enter them in on the website is basically the same thing, except it has choices for each of these events. So, one great thing to do, I just nominated Lacing to be Toastmaster of the day next week. So we won't mess with that one right now. She's going to get an email message, and there will be a one-click sign-up link that she can click on to accept that role without even necessarily having to enter her password. But a great thing for me to do right now is let's get somebody to be the Toastmaster of the day for the 13th. So let's try and get Toastmasters a couple of weeks in advance. How about actually Toru? I know you're new here, but you're an experienced guy. Can we have you? Let's see, actually, so this is showing me that you're a speaker. I think that you're a speaker this week. Had you signed up a couple of weeks in advance to speak, Toru? Can you unmute, Toru?
Okay, Toastmaster of the day, 13th.
Can you be the Toastmaster of the day on the 13th?
Yeah.
All right.
What do I have to do? Tip of the day.
Well, oh, I'm sorry. I signed you up for the wrong thing. Let's see. Let me make that open again. All right. So I'm showing how simple and easy and intuitive this is. So if I start typing the first few words of his name, I'll find him on the list. And now he's plugged in. So this is maybe a quicker way, rather than having to scan through the whole agenda that has a lot of other verbiage on there, This is just several weeks ahead of time. It's all laid out here. I have kind of this worksheet format where I can assign people to be in these roles several weeks ahead of time. That might be worth trying if we're trying to sign people up at the end of the meeting. A lot of times you're trying to pick on the people who are there, but they're not going to be here next week. Well, sign up for something 2 weeks from now. There is also a place in the website where individual members can go in and sign themselves up a couple of weeks in advance. I'll leave it at that for now because I see a red light on.